guys, I am back with another vlog. Today I'm going to be giving you a tour of the Civil Rights Museum. The Civil Rights Museum is under Louisiana State Museums and it's located in the Convention Center. Stay tuned. So there are arrows on the floor that lead you this way to let you know exactly which way to go. So next will be this way. There are different areas that have stations that have different things for you to hear.
bridges at France Elementary braved angry mobs as they were escorted by
Alabama who've been injured, who then made arrangements with Norman Francis to be able to use the dean of students at Xavier to use.
after a while, it was just the three of us. And then after that, it was just the three of us for an entire year.
I was a rookie in the Marshal Service when I was sent down to New Orleans, and it was pretty scary. The things that went on there were indescribable. I couldn't believe grown people would act the way they did about 4 girls going to school. And one of the things that was in my mind is that I have 2 small children, and I'll be damned if anybody's going to tell them they can't go to school. We as deputy marshals, if we didn't get the job done, we were going to set the whole movement back God knows how many years. It just had to be done.
And then eventually, we had only those 3 children in the school. There really wasn't much for us. We reported to school every day, we met together, we didn't know what the future held. We didn't know what the response of parents would be. We did not know whether or not the other children would return to school. I think we held out hope that they would. We expected that they would, but they didn't, because other provisions were made.
On that first day going to William France Elementary, I wasn't really scared because I didn't get what was happening, but it was strange, it was different. No friends to talk to, no one to play with at all. But there was Mrs. Henry, my teacher. She wasn't just a teacher, she was like my best friend. She made it all better. She was the only friend I had at that school. Even so, it was lonely with no friends. With the cafeteria and playground off limits, it was very lonely. That's what I remember the most.
Okay, you guys, that is the end of this video of the tour of the Civil Rights Museum located in the Convention Center. We are under Louisiana State Museums. There are a couple more museums that I will be doing a walkthrough so that way y'all can see those also, but it definitely is different seeing the stuff in person. So I hope you like this video. Like, subscribe, hit that bell, leave a comment, send me a message, or leave a comment saying any other videos y'all would like to see me do. Y'all stay tuned for